The main goal of dating lessons is not just that you can go out and start meeting women. The main goal is to build that confidence, become the person who believes in themselves, that whenever I go out and I meet a woman that I like, I know how to talk to her. I know how to generate attraction. I know how to start talking to her and lead that into a relationship. That confidence is what's going to help you get into relationships and continue with relationships. So whenever you go through a training, you watch a course or you watch a video like this, the end goal is not just to learn that and start applying it to your interactions. The end goal is to internalize that, make it part of who you are, make it part of your conversations, your interactions. Then you will have the natural ability that no matter where you go, no matter who you're talking to, you will automatically attract them to you, because all these things that generate attraction are part of your personality, part of your interaction style. That's how you become attractive. That's how you become charismatic. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to teach you one thing that you can do to create moments, to create a strong connection with women when you meet them. And what I'm going to tell you is, again, it's something you're not going to make a checklist and say, okay, I'm going to start doing these. You're going to think about them. You're going to make them part of your interactions, and you're going to start using them every time you talk to a woman. So this becomes your default. And as a result, wherever you go, you will always find women interested in you, getting attracted to you, and the ones you like, you can take things to the next level. So what I'm going to tell you today is about creating moments or generating sparks. I'm sure you've heard about this. Women say about all the time. We met and we had a spark, or we had a few moments. Yeah, I was talking to him. I think we had a few moments. I think we had a couple of moments. What are those moments, or what are those sparks that lead to attraction and that lead to relationship? Basically, sparks or moments are those special, intimate moments that couple exchange when they meet for the very first time. So most people you meet and you talk to them, and you don't have an emotional effect on them, and they don't have an emotional effect on them. Then there is this person you talk to and you feel there is more to this interaction than just us talking to each other. There is some level of attraction, there is some level of romantic interest in each other, and that's what's called spark. That's what's called moment. So when you're talking to someone and you have a few sparks or a few moments in that interaction, that is interpreted as attraction. So she's talking to you and she's having a spark, and another moment, she thinks this is great because most men don't make me feel this way. I don't have this kind of a connection, this kind of attraction or interest in any other guy. So this is special. And that's when attraction happens. That's how things lead to the next level. So your goal is that every time you meet a woman, no matter who you meet, you need to generate few sparks, create a few moments so she is attracted to you, and then you can decide if you want to take things to the next level or not. So the example could be when you meet a woman for the very first time and you're like, what's your name? And she tells you her name. You need to respond in a manner where you're feeling mesmerized. Now, sometimes the name may not be so unique that you feel mesmerized. You cannot be like, oh, my name is Jennifer. You're like, oh, that's so amazing. I've never heard the name Jennifer. You can't do that. But she sings the name Yulia, and you're like, I've never heard Yulia. That's a very beautiful name. And can I tell you? This name also suits your personality. I don't know anything about Yulia. I don't know what that means, but that sounds very flower to me. When I look at you, you have a very strong feminine vibe, and I like that about you. So it reminds me of flower. I don't know if I might be talking crap, but this really suits you. So I tell a little bit disclaimer, like I throw a little bit fun in my interactions, not to take the heaviness out, but the message lands, right? So I just tell her there is something special about you. And when I do that, is the expression that's more important, not the words. So I'm not just going to say, your name's great. I'm going to be mesmerized. Like, what did he say? Wow, I like that. Just that, wow, I like that. I'm mesmerized is what I'm saying without saying the words mesmerized. So she's like, I do this for work. And it's like, wow, I would have never guessed that. Now, at that point, I could even scan her from head to toe and back toe to head, because that's what human beings do when they're attracted to someone. We check each other out. You walk on the street, you see someone you like, you quickly scan them. That sign of attraction. When a woman scans you, she's attracted to you, like, or at that the initial attraction, or she's interested, curious about you. So that's body language or signals of attraction. So you're talking to her, and she's like, I do this. Like, wow, I would have never guessed that. Just that quick scan again creates a moment. So what you're doing here is basically you're taking the normal everyday conversation and you're adding sparks. You're adding moments to it, so it feels like, wow, this is not regular conversation. There is something happening here. There is something between us. I feel great when I'm talking to this person. As conversation moves on, once again, you're gonna say things like, can I tell you something? When I saw you, I thought you were so beautiful, you're dressed so nice, and you had really great energy and body language. I was like, that's the kind of person I want to date, because I want to be with someone who looks good, takes care of them, and also has great energy. I don't want to be with someone who's boring and dull. I don't want that kind of partner. I want a partner with whom I'm like, you know what? I can enjoy my day, my life every day with her. I'm going to have a great evening with her. We're going to have a great time. That's really important for me in a partner, and I saw that in you. I like that. Now when I'm talking to you, I see that you're not only just good looking, have great energy, but you're also really intelligent. You're also like really passionate, whatever it is. Like you can pick any one value that's important to you and say, now I feel like I hit a jackpot. So again, what I did is I said, now I create a bigger spark, a bigger moment, right? So I started with small sparks like, wow, amazing, your name's great, I cannot believe you do this, whatever it is. Like I create a few small moments. Now it's a bigger moment because we're already reaching, our interaction is progressing towards attraction, towards connection. So now I'm saying, you're someone who I see as a dating material, as a girlfriend material, as someone I can date, someone I want to be with. I'm talking about every day I want this kind of energy in my life. So now it's clearly moved away from just getting to know each other to a point where like, I'm interested in you. And at this point, she will respond positively because she's already had a few small moments with you. She's already feeling attracted to you. She's already feeling a connection with you. She's feeling different around you. So this is going to take things to the next level. Similar thing, you go on a date, right? And when I go on a date, I don't just flirt. I also get really playful. Why? Because women interpret playful as the language of love. Think about women. How do their brothers treat them? How do their dads treat them? Same way, they're teasing, they're joking, they're poking fun at them, then we're like pushing them away, like just being playful, horsing around with them. So when you do a little few of those things, you're not just flirting, but you're also creating this safe space, this connection where it's like, she's like, this guy loves me. And I don't mean the love as like, oh, he loves me, he's gonna marry me. I mean that space where I feel so safe, so comfortable with him. I can be myself, I can laugh out loud, I can have a great time. Now it feels like a complete relationship because we've had those moments. He likes me, he values these things about me, and we're flirting back and forth. The attraction is there, and he's also giving me those feelings that I experience with people I trust, people who are really close to me in my life. So now the bond gets even stronger. So when I'm with her, I might just hold her hand. I'll be like, hey, don't hold my hand. Just so you know, I don't like women holding my hand until 11 3/4 of a date. And they'll be like, what? I'm like, yeah, well, the 11th date you kiss, and then 3/4 more to judge that you're just using me. Then you're allowed to hold my hand. Until then you can't. And I'm the one who's holding her hand. Now I throw some silly things like, is it only because I like to diffuse the tension, I like to make things funny while I'm doing these things. You will have your own personality, so you will do your own thing. You don't have to have these comebacks. You don't have to be funny if that's not who you are. When I teach people, I'm always looking who their personality is, what kind of things feel natural to them, and then I teach them how to incorporate that into their interaction. So when you're doing this, you're going to say and do things that are natural to you, not what are natural to me, okay? So, but the point is, mix things, create so many different moments, create a variety of moments where she feels this checkbox hit, this checkbox hit, this checkbox hit, this checkbox hit. This is a full package. I feel great with this guy. I never feel like this with anybody else. Just, you're walking with her, just gently nudge her, like, hey, don't push me. And you're the one who's pushing her away. Again, they get all these things because this is the language of love. So what I'm saying is develop an interaction style where you can create moments and spark on autopilot. If you can do that, you will have no problem attracting women. No matter where you go, they will be drawn to you. They will have a connection with you, and then you can use that further. You meet someone, your thing is like, okay, I have to learn how to feel mesmerized by people I just meet. Within the first 2 or 3 minutes of our interaction, I have to come up with something where I say, I am mesmerized without saying those words again. So you meet your banker's helping you. He's like, can I tell you something? This is really great. Most bankers don't help the way you're helping. You've really gone out of your way to help me. That says a lot about you. Thank you. Again, just a little bit of thing is again like you're not flirting, you're not romancing, you're not saying anything. It's like, oh, you're pretty or you're beautiful. All you're saying is you're different, you're amazing, you're special without making her feel awkward, right? So just that little thing is what charisma is. She's like, wow, this guy really appreciated me for what I am doing. You're almost kind of mesmerized by the help she's giving you. Then as interaction goes on, then you're like, okay, well, I have to do this in the first 5 minutes. Then I have to do something more to get on the deeper level. Then I have to do something which is more funny. I have to do something which conveys relationship. If you get into that habit and you just start talking like that to people, you will become the charismatic man. And soon you will start to feel confident because you know every time I go out, every time I talk to women, they're attracted to me, they're drawn to me. They're the ones who are asking me out on a date. They're the ones who are giving me their phone number. I am becoming popular with women. But this is how you become popular with women. You learn how to create moments. You learn how to create sparks. So write a list of all the moments, all the sparks you can think of, put them together, watch Attraction by Book. There's a lot of information in there. Then create a list of moments and sparks you can create. Make them part of your interaction, make them part of your personality. Watch not just your dating life change, but watch your confidence and your belief in yourself soar. Hope this helps. Talk to you soon.